Hi, David here, CEO and founder of the Freedom Founders Mastermind. The world of investments, wherever we are in the market cycle, doesn't matter. Everyone, every salesperson who has something to sell, some product, some piece of real estate, crypto, insurance, annuities, whatever it is, everybody talks their own book. What do I mean by that? Well, their book. That's what they sell. That's what they have. That's what they believe in. That's what they've learned to demonstrate and educate other people on why this thing, this product, whatever it might be, this is the thing that you need. And they'll give you all the litany of reasons. And they may be valid reasons in some respects, but they usually, like most people, they're going to give you the high points of why this thing works, why they think it works. And they should believe in what they do. Hopefully they believe in what they do. But the problem is there's a season for everything and a season not for anything. And that's the problem with people who talk their own book, because that's all they've got. It's what they built everything on. It's like if you are a particular kind of doctor and you believe in a certain philosophy, because that's what you truly believe in, well, that's what you're going to, quote, sell or talk. You'll talk that book. You'll talk that philosophy. This is how I believe I want to treat my patients. Another doctor will feel a different way, and neither one's right or wrong. It's just that there are different perspectives. So how do you know? How do you know when someone's talking their book if it fits for you? Well, you don't. You don't. You need education. And in the investment world, it's very difficult when you're a high income producing professional or business owner to have the time to understand how money really works. You know how to make it. That's really, really good. But do you know how to make your money work for you? And that's where usually it falls apart, because you don't have the time. You do have the ability, but you don't have the time. You don't have the resources. People tell you not to do it. They tell you just put your money over here in the financial products, give it to a brokerage or advisor, or do tax deferral, whatever it might be. It's the default mode. And that serves, generally speaking, the best people it serves is Wall Street and the people who sell that stuff, because they make money whether the market's going up or down. You, on the other hand, just have to hang on for dear life. You love it when the market goes up, like a roller coaster, but when it takes the big dip down, it's not so much fun. I learned many, many years ago. I studied, I was curious about how I could be a better steward of my money. This is before I even became a dentist. And I studied books on investing in the stock market, mutual funds, the kind of things that most people start with. And I read books on real estate, tangible assets. Why do we typically like tangible assets? Well, it's because that's why we went into business in the first place, why we went to school to become licensed to provide healthcare and have an opportunity to have our own business or practice. We want our hands on something. We want to be a part of the equity. And that takes work, but that's what we wanted. Why in the world do hardworking professionals who own their own business give their money, literally hand it over to other people to take care of and put it in products that they have no idea what it is? See, that just blows my mind. Why is that gap there? Why do people do that? Because they just have a belief system, I guess, that's what they're supposed to do. But I'll tell you, after helping hundreds of doctors and their spouses over now 14 years, I've talked to so many, and they've been hardworking, and they've provided very well for their families over many, many years. They put their kids through school. They've lived in great neighborhoods. But as they're getting towards the end, these high-producing, high-income docs, they don't have anything to show for it. I mean, it's very little. I mean, nominally, it's very little. Most of them cannot get off the hamster wheel, and that's sad. It's only because they didn't have the right model, not the right construct, not the right blueprint. They don't have the right plan. They just abdicated to financial products on the market. Somebody who was selling their book, talking their book. I call it randomized investments, or spaghetti on the wall. I see it all the time. We just finished a blueprint weekend for some of our newest members, where we take a look at all of our investments, all of our assets, where everything is. And typically, it's all over the place. They've had different advisors over the different years, and it's just plug and play, plug and play. It's like whack-a-mole. Which one's the deal of the day? And there's no coordination, no plan, no way to see them consolidate and get something that would be actually replacing their active income at some point in some time. See, without replacing your income, you're always going to have to produce more income. The scary part is leaving that active income and saying, do I have enough? And that's the question we help people answer in Freedom Founders. We actually have a way to do that. The financial world does not, because they're all based on accumulation, not cash flow, just accumulation. If you're wondering if you would have a chance, the opportunity to figure out your blueprint, that with clarity and specificity, and have those conversations with your spouse like we do at Blueprint Weekends for Freedom Founders, I invite you to take a look. I love what I do. I love the people we get to work with. You may or may not be a fit, but the only way you can find out is take a chance. Book a call with my team. See where you stand. It's up to you. Can't help you if you don't reach out. Don't have regrets with your life. It's all about your freedom.